job in there and he did what he had to do.
Yeah, I have. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, you know? That fight would be good. You're gonna get hit in the fight, you know? That's one thing we all know. And I believe in my abilities, and I believe in myself that I can handle anything that any fighter.
Their retail fight will not take place for another 6 months. Canelo Álvarez and Terence Crawford have begun to spice up the atmosphere ahead of their September super fight. The duo had met with Turkey's Alalshikh earlier today, and the meeting quickly became the antithesis of
Canelo and Riyadh and made the big fight.
Canelo Álvarez and Terence Crawford battled, and a melee nearly broke out, one that Turki Alalshikh would have had no control over. Their meeting with Turkey's Alalshikh in Saudi Arabia was supposed to settle plans for their major showdown, but the two met at the airport in Saudi Arabia as they arrived in Turkey. Interview both boxers' teams.
His Excellency didn't seem as into this in the past, and now last night seems very on board making this happen. What changed on his end?
I don't know. You have to ask him. You know, I think it's a very intriguing fight. You know, Canelo and me is the same height. I got longer reach than Canelo. I'm faster than Canelo. But Canelo is bigger than me. He's stronger than me. So we both giving away something, but we both gaining something at the same time.
Expected them to respect each other. After all, there had never been any feud. Both boxers always shown mutual respect to themselves while calling one another out and awaiting a battle. However, things quickly changed when Terence Crawford approached Canelo Álvarez at the airport to share pleasantries, but Canelo looked to reject it.
So no make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford, but you never know. You never know in boxing. I'll go up and down and fight everybody out there. So it's possible. Why not?
Brings at me or throw at me. You know, I gotta be able to believe in myself if I'm gonna get in the ring with you. I can't go in the ring thinking, oh man, if this guy hit me, he's gonna knock me out, or if this guy hit me, he's gonna break my ribs. So now, you know, if he was talking about Deontay Wilder or something,
An intense confrontation occurred between Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez at Dubai airport, nearly escalating into a physical altercation. Both fighters exchanged heated words, prompting their teams and airport authorities to intervene and prevent further escalation. Following this incident, Crawford and Álvarez separately traveled to the residence of Turki Alalshikh, the Saudi boxing promoter. A photograph posted on Alalshikh's social media depicted all three together, fueling speculation that Alalshikh was mediating discussions for a potential fight between the two boxers.
In the history of boxing, in September, then two more fights in 26. Don't miss with the line.
The boxer. This year, the world needed a historic battle to stir things up, and Turkey helped give it just in time. Canelo Álvarez and the former undisputed champions from Omaha, Nebraska have had multiple meetings with Saudi boxing entrepreneur Turki Alalshikh, but they've also had some furious clashes.
Álvarez.
Oh, well, it ain't really no message, you know. It's all respect over here, you know, and if you know, he do decide to come our way and me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight, you know. It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently. And it'll be a well-fought fight for both of us, I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody that I step.
Potential showdown between Canelo Álvarez and Terence Crawford is quickly becoming one of the most anticipated fights in boxing history. Both fighters are known for their exceptional skills, and fans are eagerly waiting to see them face off in what promises to be an intense and chaotic battle. Riyadh-seasoned Turki Alalshikh has been instrumental in negotiations between the two camps, working to finalize the details for this monumental fight. Canelo, initially hesitant about facing the 37-year-old Crawford, has reportedly changed his mind and is now preparing for the challenge. It is believed that Alex's behind-the-scenes efforts, likely involving significant financial incentives, played a key role in convincing Canelo to step into the ring with Crawford, despite having a match already scheduled for May against John Ryder during the Cinco de Mayo weekend. The upcoming fight with Crawford is already stealing the headlines, signaling the magnitude of this potential match.
Para este imbécil intento de gente que tengo aquí a mi izquierda, que no se le olvide que yo ya vine siendo el Canelo a Estados Unidos y que solamente lucró con mi nombre. Nunca perdí un solo centavo, sino nomás ganó dinero. ¿Ya le pagaste a Golovkin lo que le quería robar? Sí, muy bien.
Canelo, who is 34 years old, spoke candidly about the prospect of facing Crawford. He admitted that, despite his respect for Crawford as a fighter, he doesn't expect to gain much credit from the fight. I won't get any credit at the end of the day, Canelo said. But you never know. You never know in boxing. I go up and down and fight everybody out there, so it's possible. Why not? He further explained that while he respects Crawford's abilities, he finds it puzzling that some people consider Crawford a serious threat. Canelo pointed out the contrast between fighters like Crawford, who is smaller in stature and fights at 147 pounds, and other contenders like Jamal Charlo, who is a much larger fighter. Canelo continued to suggest that from his perspective, facing Crawford would be an easy fight. It's easy money if the money is right, he stated, acknowledging Crawford's tendency to move around the ring, but mentioning that Crawford didn't appear as elusive in his most recent bout. Canelo has expressed his preference for facing fighters with a more straightforward approach. And it seems that despite Crawford's skill, he views the matchup as one.
I'm in. Once you guys get in there.
I don't know. I just think, his punch power and his physical size is the only thing that I really.
He can win comfortably. Though Canelo appears confident, Crawford's technical brilliance and ability to surprise opponents should not be underestimated. If the fight happens, it will certainly be a clash of styles, and fans can expect an explosive encounter. Interview Terence Crawford has been pushing the fight against Canelo Álvarez since his victory over Errol Spence in the 147-pound welterweight division, which propelled him to the undisputed welterweight championship. I've been yearning to fight. It's a war over legacy. It is the biggest bout in boxing today. I believe the conflict will be enormous. Similar.
The only thing that I really have to worry about. But who knows? Once we get in the ring, we don't know how I'll handle his punching power, his size. I've been fighting bigger guys my whole life, so I'm pretty familiar with that aspect of the game.
To the last of the Mohicans, you have two of the top 3 pound-for-pound fighters fighting head to head. I know Canelo is larger than me, but I'm ready for the battle. It's all about respect, and if he decides to come my way and we get in the ring...
Fighting bigger guys my whole life, and I'll definitely beat him. Crawford's belief in his abilities is unwavering, claiming there's no doubt in his mind that he can defeat anyone in the ring. His experience, adaptability, and confidence will likely be key factors when facing Canelo, despite the challenge of his size and strength. Crawford's mindset is clear. He's prepared for whatever comes his way.
Canelo said no comment. Your reaction to that, and that seems like that you do want this fight now.
Well, I've been wanting to fight. I feel as if that's a legacy fight. I feel as if this is the biggest fight in boxing today.
What defines a prospective Canelo-Crawford's fight is particularly poignant because each man's Hall of Fame-worthy career is likely winding down. The 34-year-old Canelo has literally been fighting professionally for nearly 20 years, earning an eyebrow-raising record of 6-2-22. Some of those fights, particularly Canelo Álvarez's 2 controversial battles.
This fight right here is like the last of the Mohicans. You know, we both coming in an era where Floyd Mayweather was #1 pound for pound, Showtime, and HBO era, that type of era. So,
41 fights under his belt. Suffice to say, the man has never lost in the ring seen through a certain lens, a Canelo. Crawford match makes a significant amount of sense, for it's worth wondering what mountains are left for each man to climb interview. Both of these boxers understand what it means to be an indisputable champion in an era when there are far too few of them. Each boxer understands what it's like to battle under the bright lights. Canelo has had multiple legitimate super bouts against Golovkin and Floyd Mayweather, while Crawford finally appeared in his first super fight, crushing
I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter, and I always say that no disrespect him, but you know, sometimes he's.
Both of these boxers understand what it means to be an indisputable champion in an era when there are far too few of them. Each boxer understands what it's like to battle under the bright lights. Canelo has had multiple legitimate super bouts against Golovkin and Floyd Mayweather, while Crawford finally appeared in his first super fight, crushing rival welterweight champion Errol Spence in 9 rounds of one-sided battle. Crawford, who previously competed at super welterweight, would have to go up 2 weight divisions to face super middleweight king Canelo.
About a small fighter like Charlo, he's big, which he is big, and everybody's talking about if I'm gonna face Crawford, fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo.
Champion Errol Spence in 9 rounds of one-sided battle. Crawford, who previously competed at super welterweight, would have to go up 2 weight divisions to face super middleweight king Canelo in one of the greatest fights in recent memory. Interview Álvarez lost his undisputed status at 168 pounds when he was stripped by the International Boxing Federation, with unheralded Cuban William Skull later picking up the belt, and before he faces Terence Crawford in September.
Expected.
Yeah, I've seen that. Everybody that believes in hardcore boxing fans, they know Crawford can beat Canelo just like they knew Bud was going to beat Spence. It's real simple. Real simple. You just got to know boxing in order for you to be able to say that. The Spence Crawford saga.
He promised Turki Alalshikh during his press conference with William Skull that he would reclaim the International Boxing Federation belt from Skull. The purpose is simple. Turki Alalshikh wants Canelo Álvarez's battle versus Terence Crawford to be an undisputed world super middleweight title contest, which requires Canelo to retain the belt from William Skull.